All right, man. First and foremost, I rock with my man, Young Jeezy. And you can look in his eyes and see that he is very sincere in everything that he says and that he really wants change and he really wants change now. The problem, I think, is that we and he don't really understand the type of system that we're in. Now, I'm not going to get on here and bang on Republicans or bang on Democrats or bang on any other party, but I kind of open one eye. I look at you one eye open when I see an establishment give me choices to pick, and both of the choices or three of the choices are questionable. But before I get deep into it, I want to play what Young Jeezy said. Is he trying to not intentionally mislead the people, but is Jeezy misleading the people to go for red or blue? Here we go.
My thoughts, my thinking, and I'm clearly thinking about me, you, us, y'all, my people. First and foremost, I'd like to commend everybody that's non-black. It's been out here marching, protesting, hashtagging Black Lives Matter, hashtagging defund the police, whatever we got to do. Let's just make sure we on the same page. I went to vote 2 days ago in Atlanta, Georgia, home, and I must say that I was very upset at the way things were handled. Long lines. They shut down the polls at a certain time, so that means people there didn't even get a chance to vote. Um, if you didn't know your official's name and it wasn't on the ballot, you wouldn't know who you was voting for. So you got to research that. And the machines didn't work, so you can already tell we at a disadvantage. So I'm gonna say this: we got to get on the same page, people. Right? We got to do what we got to do. If we can show up at a Falcons game for a tailgate party, we can show up at the polls in numbers and forces. And we got to be on the same page. We got to have the same message, and we got to know what we're doing. And we must build the black dollar. I'm not gonna let up off that, because if you think about it, in the Jewish community, the dollar stays around, let's say, a week. Asian community, 2 weeks. The white community, forever. The black community, our dollar only stays around for 6 hours. We go spend our money with everybody else, which is why they're trying to support us now and say that all these Black Lives Matter, these big corporations, because if they lose our money, they lose. So we gotta stand firm on that. We take our money, we spend it outside of our community. So now we gotta put our money back in our community and our people. So support your black local businesses, support your black restaurants, support your black entrepreneurs, support anybody that's out here that's trying to do something that looks like you. And I must say that we gotta have the same energy when it's time to go to them polls in November. Because listen, if we play, we hit. It's a wrap. 4 more years of this, I don't know what's gonna happen. If you think they disrespecting us now, the first term he was in, if he's in there for another term, you shall see. The disrespect will be even more realer than it's been. If you think that they're walking around, these Karens are making all these reports like we the problem and people treating us like we're the aggressors, it's gonna get even worse. And they're not even sweating. So we out here marching, we out here using our leg work and our energy, and they're sitting at home waiting on November. And I can't stress to you enough. I'm with marching, I'm with whatever you with, I'm with it. But we gotta tear them up at them polls too, and we can't stop there. We can't stop there. We gotta keep going. We can't stop. This is real. This is real. So I commend all my brothers and sisters that are non-black that's marching with us. We gotta be in this together. We got what Martin Luther King had in Selma times a million. So let's not play with it. The time is now. It's time. It's time.
A lot of what Jeezy said was correct, and you see at the very beginning he made sure to say this message is paid for by him. There's no politicians donating money, and I truly believe that. I just think that we come up with a certain way of thinking in America that we got to change is to go for two different parties. Now, if you're down for this party, you know this candidate, and you stand for the things that he stands for, be my guest. Go and vote for him. But as for certain people, you're asking certain people to go to the poll and vote for somebody. You're asking them to go for either one or two people at the end of the day, and it's probably going to be Trump or Biden. Now we got to see what Trump did with his administration for the first 3.5, 4 years. Whatever you want to, I'm not here to put whatever in your head. You saw it. We also we seen what Obama did with Biden, and we seen what Biden said, and we see Biden's track record. So it's up to you to choose who you think is going to be the best person. But I want to just go away from that because this is applicable also to local. Yes, I believe in voting. More locally, though, I think it can have a bigger impact. Your city council, your mayor, your police chief, things like that. We need to be hands on with more so than a presidential election. Like, that's cool and everything, but you need to have these people in place. You need to know what they stand for. You need to know their politics, not just be let out. This is always my message. Not just be let out because somebody has a marketing campaign for a certain group of people, or just run out there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this one because I don't like this one." That's ignorant. That's 100% ignorant. That's what I'm saying here. And I'm not saying necessarily that Jeezy's doing this, but a lot of these artists, they come on here and they give you a red or a blue or a green or a black. And it's like, nah, none of them are the answer. None of them are the answer. So don't give me choices. Don't put choices in front of me and they get mad when I don't want to pick either one of them. Like, nah, I want this one. I don't like if somebody gives you two different things. All right, McDonald's, Burger King. What? They both killing me. I don't want none of them. I don't want McDonald's. I don't want Burger King. You know what I'm saying? I want something more healthy, something that's going to be more edifying to my flesh, to my body, and to my inner needs and everything like that. So that's all that I'm saying in a nutshell. So shout out to Jeezy. I know a lot of people look at these videos the wrong way and they don't really dig into the context of the video. They look at a thumbnail or a title and they try to, formulate an ideology from that. Listen to the content of the video. Listen to what Jeezy said. He's 100% right. But when he talks about the dollar being out, the communities, and when you talk about the Jewish community, you're talking about 30 days, bro, not no week. Same thing with other communities. That dollar circulating in their community because they're not running out necessarily and taking it to the Cadillac dealer, the Mercedes dealer, even though they got nice cars and whatnot. They're reinvesting in themselves, reinvesting in their children, reinvesting in different businesses so they can pass things down. And what they do is they make sure that everybody eats, and then they take over and they all move collectively. This is something that we have yet to master. All of the examples are all around us. You see it everywhere you go with different cities, whether it be a Chinatown or whatever. These are a collective group of people who come together with their resources, and not that they don't deal with other people, but primarily their needs, their banking, their doctors, their dentists. They're going to deal with their own people. And in this country, you got the right to do whatever you do. So you can't complain about it and don't do better. But shout out to everybody who's on the side of righteousness and trying to see the people do better. This your brother Old Guy, Hip Hop News Uncensored with another one. Go ahead and hit that like button and share this video. Make this young go viral, man. Nobody's dropping it like we dropping it over here, man, under the Hip Hop Uncensored banner. Let's get it. Peace.